Hey guys. So I promised I would try and, keep the information about the US situation to a minimum, but this is something that I feel is significantly important and I think people should be paying very close attention to. We are at a significant tipping point in what's going on in the United States right now, from a dictatorship to a democracy. And based on what happens in this instance, it will now be a full on dictatorship for Donald Trump. So, a young man from El Salvador moved to the United States. He actually had a protection order to stay in the United States and not to be deported because a gang of people in El Salvador were after him. He had like asylum in the United States. He was legally here. He was married. He had a wife, kids, lived in a house. ICE came and ripped him out of his home, put him in a car, stuck him on a plane, sent him to El Salvador. The government admitted that this man had done nothing wrong. They full out admitted this man did nothing wrong. So the court said, okay, well, bring him back then. And the United States government said, well, we don't think we can do that. We can't do that. Once they're out of the country and they're in somebody else's country, sorry, nothing we can do about it. So the lower courts had basically ruled that, no, you need to go get this man and you need to bring him back. And so the Trump administration came back with excuses as why they could not. It has now gone to the Supreme Court. And with a unanimous decision at the Supreme Court, they are ordering Donald Trump to bring this man home. El Salvador is a 5-hour flight. That man is still not home. He is not on American soil. And the United States government can't even answer the question as to where he's located, where he is. They won't even acknowledge if he's dead or alive. They refuse to answer the questions. They're not complying. They're not complying with a Supreme Court order. So now what? Now what? Who holds him accountable? He's literally breaking the law. He's literally holding people on the grounds of torture by having him in a prison, and he's an American citizen. So this law, if he refuses it, allows him to take any U.S. citizen and deport them to an El Salvadorian prison camp where the actual El Salvador government brags that not one person has ever left that facility. Not one. Whether it be by overturned conviction or, finished out their sentence. No, not one person has ever left that camp. The United States is about to give Donald Trump that permission. And if he refuses this court order, either their military need to stand up and remove him out from office, or they now have a full-blown Putin mustache man type dictatorship. This is it. This is the last straw. This is the last thing. If he refuses, they're done. That's it. Our American friends are screwed. And right now, it's not looking like Congress is going to do a whole lot about it. So if you haven't been paying attention to American politics, I get it, because it's a lot of crap. That's important. And the second thing they did was they passed a law called the SAFE Act, which basically says that if you are going to vote, you need to have your birth certificate and your ID have the same name. Any woman who has married and taken her husband's name, her driver's license and ID is no longer valid because it no longer matches her birth certificate. The only thing you can get to match your birth certificate is your passport. Hundreds of thousands of women in the United States, millions of women in the United States, do not have a passport. Do not have a passport. It's $165. Some of them can't afford a passport. Some of them have never traveled anywhere where they would need a passport. So they are literally cutting the ability for women to vote in their country. The ability for women to vote, immigrants, anything. They're taking it away. That's a full-on dictatorship. This is 2025. What is happening? If this doesn't absolutely petrify you, I don't know what else to say. The man needs to be stopped. And And we need to really pay attention to what happens over the next few days, because somebody needs to stop him. Who's going to do it? Who's going to do it? Somebody's got to do it.